Hi, fellow creative writers. I'm starting a new series that we're going to go through the process of creating a story. This is going to be a very, very simple process that as we go through it, we're constantly asking questions and we're growing our story from there. We're going to aim for a short story. However, as you're getting through this process, you might find out, hey, I've got a lot to say. This story's bigger than I imagined. I could see it as a novel, and that's great. That's fine. But let's aim for a short story because this is a simple writing idea or writing method, and we'll just see where it goes, see where it takes us. Anyway, I have three simple elements that I start out with, and they are character, conflict, and setting. And what I want you to understand is conflict is the hub of your entire story. It is the reason for your story. Without conflict, you have no story. You can have a very wonderful imagined character, but if they're not doing anything or they don't have any problems or anything to solve, then you really don't have a story. And the same thing for setting. You could have some major, really exciting, say, space environment, or it could be some fantasy story, whatever, or it could just be some exotic location or interesting location. But if nothing's happening there, you don't have a story. So keep in mind, conflict is your hub. It's your reason for your story. Now, setting, I want you to think of setting as time, place, and situation. Okay? Time, place, and situation. But I want to keep these really simple. I don't want you to really get too much in the weeds and really hung up on each one of these. Just think of them, okay, character, conflict, reason for my story, and setting, where the hell this thing takes place. All right. I don't usually write fantasy or that much fantasy stuff, but I've kind of had an idea that maybe I'd have a little fun with this and make this a fantasy story. So anyway, let's go through each of these things, starting with character. Now, okay, who do I want for my main character? I guess I'm going to have a man as my main character. And you think, wow, that's not very creative, but just hang on there with me. Man for my character, conflict. Let's put conflict aside for a second. Where's this taking place? Time, situation. I was thinking, okay, this is a village. It's going to take place in some village. And now we'll develop what the village is and what it's like later. But man, it takes place in a village. What's the conflict? Let's say there's a dragon. And the dragon is terrorizing the village. All right, we got these three basic elements down. Now we get to start asking questions of why, or who is this, what is this, or whatever. So going back to our character, I'm thinking, okay, he's a man. Let's make him an older man. Older man. Maybe 40s, something like that. Middle age, whatever. Village. I don't want too big of a village because I don't want our main character, this man, to have too much help in fighting off this dragon. So let's just make the village small. Okay? We're just keeping it simple. Village is small. Man's an older man in his 40s. And I kind of got an idea why I want him to be that age. Okay, a dragon's terrorizing this village. And we got to get to the reasons why it's terrorizing this village. But let's see, what else can we do with some of these other things? Man, let's start to think about what this man's occupation is, because occupations define who we are. You think about it, you could be, an auto worker, you could be a prince or princess, you could be an astronaut, whatever, and they define who you are. So let's make this man a blacksmith. Because when I'm thinking about his occupation, blacksmith is someone that can make weapons, is what I'm thinking, or armor. So maybe that ties into how he's going to fight or fend off this dragon. All right. Now this village, we got it small. Let's say, let's hold off on the village for a second. Okay, this dragon's terrorizing the village. What's the reason for that? We don't know yet. So far, this looks like a really basic fantasy story. However, we need to figure out what this dragon's doing. Okay, let's make this an older dragon. Old dragon. All right. And let's say this dragon is blind. All right, okay, that puts a twist into it. So you can imagine this man who's a blacksmith is going to fight off this dragon, who later finds out this dragon is blind. Why is this dragon blind? What made this dragon blind? Let's pull in another antagonist, and let's say evil wizard. Evil wizard. And the evil wizard, let's say, is manipulating the dragon. He's using the dragon to attack the village. All right. So hence, maybe that's why the dragon's blind, because this evil wizard is using some sort of spell to manipulate this dragon to attack this village. Okay, why? Why would this evil wizard do that? Let's see. Maybe there's something about, let's go back to the village. Maybe there's something about this village that could be the reason. Say this village has, a well that's special. Okay, what's inside the well? Maybe there's some magic stones. All right. Either the wizard wants to drive these people out of the village so we can get to the well to get to the magic stones. And we got to figure out what these magic stones do. But you see this process, how you can grow from, okay, man, village, dragon. Wow, that's really simple, sure. But then you can take and you just keep thinking about it, investigating, well, what is it about this guy or the village or the dragon that you can add to where you can tie these things together in the reasoning for their being? Same with the evil wizard. We got to find out, why is this wizard evil? And that's something else we can discover as we do this process. But you see, you start out simple. That's the main idea. So if you're using this process to write a new short story or a novel, start out simple. Get your character, setting, conflict. Get those things, those are your key elements. Get those things down first. And then you can start asking your questions, why is that? Or, or how does this tie into that? How are these things connected? That's the main thing, what you should start doing in order to get this process going. And go as far as you can for, for the day or whatever the moment that you have to start figuring out what you're going to do or what you're going to write about. And by the way, you can use this method if you're a plotter or if you're a pantser or a discovery writer. I'm actually both. I've written novels that they were discovery novels where I just pants the whole thing. Or I've written stuff that I've really plotted out. So you can use this for either or. And if you're a discovery writer, you might want to go only so far, like is what we have here, and say, you know what, that's good. I got the idea in my head. Now I'm going to write it. So that's perfectly fine. This is all that you need to get started. If you're a plotter, you're going to want to know more about these things. So as you're writing, you're better prepared for those scenes and what's going to be in the scene and how things are going to unfold and, what are some things that might trip you up. Anyway, you can definitely use this for either type of writing. In this process, you can also, it doesn't have to be a fantasy story. I just did it as an example. Figure out your character, setting, and your conflict. It could be a romance story. It could be science fiction. It could be general fiction. I write mainly general fiction and horror stories. But it could be any of those genres that you can use this method. So anyway, give it a shot. The next time we work on this, we're going to take these things further and see where they take us. And we'll keep going until we're comfortable to start building out scenes and start writing. That's the whole thing. And you can use this method, like I said, for whatever you want to write. If you want to write romance, you think about, okay, you could have instead of this dragon, they could be two of your characters, your love interests or whatever. And you figure out where it's going to take place. It could take place in some city. Maybe it's New York, Chicago, LA, or a small town or whatever. And you can, you just think through these things and how these things are connected. And one other last thing I'd like to say about each of these things, as you're doing this, and keep this in the back of your mind, what is the symbolic nature of each of these things? And if there isn't anything you can think of, that's okay. You'll figure it out later down the road that, oh, this character or this setting really means whatever to the story or to what I'm trying to say with this story or novel or whatever you're writing. Anyway, we got a really good start on this story. We can keep plowing ahead and playing with it. I hope you came up with some things for your character conflict and setting, whatever story you're writing, and just have fun with it. And this can be a quick thing. It only take you, 5-10 minutes to at least get these basic things down, and then you can start considering them. So just have fun with them. This whole process is to have fun. We're not, just going crazy thinking about the plot and all these other things that could happen with these things within the story. So it's something to just, to get started. Like I said, the next video, I will take this further and we can just kind of see where this takes us. And we'll know as I'm developing this, do I have a short story or is it something longer? Is it a novel? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and happy writing.